before his death, Peter Falk shared a confession unlike anything fans ever expected from the man who played TV's most beloved detective. Known to millions as the gentle, sharp-eyed Lieutenant Columbo, Falk rarely spoke harshly about anyone. But in his final years, as age and illness softened the edges of the persona he carried for decades, he quietly revealed something startling. 7 actors he believed were not just difficult, but capable of genuine cruelty. To understand why Falk's words carried such weight, you have to know where he came from. Born September 16, 1927, in New York City and raised in Ossining, he entered life already fighting an uphill climb. At only 3 years old, he lost his right eye to cancer, a physical challenge that would have crushed many children. Instead, he turned it into a signature trait, using that distinctive gaze to bring depth to every character he played. His parents were hardworking, grounded people. His mother kept books, his father ran a clothing shop, and their simple life shaped Falk's quiet resilience. Acting wasn't part of the plan. He served in the Merchant Marines during war, studied political science, earned a master's in public administration, and worked as an analyst long before he ever stepped on a Broadway stage. But when he finally followed his impulse to try performing, he rose fast. By the early 1960s, he had earned 2 Oscar nominations. In 1968, he stepped into the rumpled raincoat that changed television forever. Columbo Ma, with his polite questions, wandering monologues, and just one more thing, became one of the most iconic detectives in TV history. Falk shaped every inch of him. It was impossible to tell where the actor ended and the character began. Yet behind the charm and humor, Falk saw a side of Hollywood audiences never glimpsed, and some of what he witnessed stayed with him for life. The 7 people Falk said crossed the line. Near the end of his life, Falk confided that a small group of actors had shown behavior he described as truly harmful. He did not speak lightly, and he did not name them for attention. These were memories he carried for decades. 1. James Coburn. Though known publicly for his smooth confidence, Falk said Coburn could be a knife wrapped in velvet. Friendly in front of crowds, he became cutting and predatory when dealing with those he considered beneath him. 2. Anthony Quinn. Falk described Quinn's ego as so inflated it turned dangerous. Power mattered more to him than people, and Falk said this arrogance often slipped into his outright cruelty. 3. Rod Steiger. A brilliant actor, yet Falk witnessed him verbally dismantle colleagues so deeply that some struggled for days afterward. Talent doesn't excuse breaking someone, Falk said. 4. George C. Scott Falk admired Scott's skill, but feared his temper. On set, Scott's rage could erupt without warning, leaving entire crews afraid to breathe wrong. 5. Lawrence Harvey Falk considered Harvey the most manipulative of the group. He played games no one else realized they were in, Falk admitted. 6. Robert Mitchum cool on screen, but icy off it. Falk recalled Mitchum belittling younger performers and treating crew members with chilling disdain. 7. Telly Savalas charming in public, but Falk said he was capable of calculated cruelty in private. He loved control more than kindness, Falk noted. Peter Falk passed away on June 23, 2011 at 83, after battles with Alzheimer's and pneumonia. His daughters remembered him not for bitterness, but for wisdom, humor, and gentle humanity. And in the end, his final truth wasn't meant to shame, but to remind us that the spotlight hides shadows, and even in Hollywood, real character reveals itself only behind the scenes.